Alrighty, I think we can go ahead and get this show on the road. Hello, everybody. We're back. We actually made it for a second week in a row. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm here, joined as usual by our friend and yours, Tom from Curmudgeon Media. Hello, Tom. Welcome back to
I
the
look like
stream.
total ass today.
I low-key do too. I don't have anything interesting or any kind of updates from the week, as I feel like we had a lot to talk about last week, and then this week I have like absolutely nothing.
I got a little to talk about.
Go for it. I want to hear what you're up to.
Uh, Editing for my video
Woo!
is well underway.
Yay!
I thought you were reacting to the fact that I'm like haphazardly picking my nails with an incredibly sharp object.
Oh my gosh.
But I realized you can't actually see that on the stream. Yeah, editing for my next video is well underway.
Nice.
It's going actually a lot faster than I think any other video edit I've ever done, and I don't know why
Ooh.
that is.
That's exciting.
I'm currently 7 minutes in,
Yeah.
which is pretty fast for me. Normally, it would take me longer to get to 7 minutes.
Cool.
But in the long run, it's probably still going to take a really long time because I'm expecting the video to be about 2 hours long.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. You shared your little clip with me that you completed so far, and so far it looks awesome. Yeah, really love what you've got cooking over there. So excited to see the finished video once it's done.
actually have I've finished the entire intro to the video, which I will send you later because it's got. I'm chancing it. I as far as I know, people don't tend to get copyright claimed over video game music for obvious reasons, because it would make it so that if people were doing like let's plays and stuff,
yeah,
the video games music would not. Yeah, so I am actually chancing it, and even if I do get flagged, I think I might just go through with it anyway, because the music in Gravity Rush is one of the most important parts of the entire game.
Right.
That's what the video is about, by the way, people.
Yes.
You know that already. The music is so important. It's like I was watching a Super Eye Patch Wolf stream recently, and he was saying like not enough people talk about how important vibes are to your experience of something. Like
True.
Like everybody's out here having like big lengthy conversations about the kind of the semiotics and the this and the that, and I think no one's out here talking about the dang vibes.
Freaking vibes, man. It's important.
And most of what I talk about in this video is vibes, and yet it's 2 hours long.
Hey,
so
there's nothing short to say about vibes. You know, it's an important thing to dig into for sure. Cool. Yeah, I'm super excited for it. Actually, I do have something to plug, but it's like gonna be a while until it actually comes out. But before I do that, I do want to say hi to Magical, who's in the chat loyally as usual. Thanks so much for joining us, Magical. You are awesome. Hope you're doing well. How's your week been going? If you feel like sharing, I would love to hear about it. I do have a small thing to plug, but it's not going to be like ready for a little while yet. But I did want to give you all a little heads up that this is going to be coming down the line. But I have a friend, her name is Jenny. She has a podcast about a little show called She-Ra, if you all are familiar with that show. But her podcast is called Hey Adora. It is a queer She-Ra podcast where her and another friend of hers, who's her co-host, are going through like every episode of She-Ra. I'm not sure. I haven't check to see where they are now. I think they're like pretty much in season 5, like they're finishing up like the actual like show itself. But Jenny has also been recording like some bonus episodes with guests and whatnot, and she invited me so graciously to join on her podcast and be a guest on there. So that was very sweet. So I recorded that with her earlier this week, and it's probably not going to be out for another like week or two, but obviously I'll post about it like on the channel and share it in the Discord once it's actually like released and everything. But yeah, but like if you are a fan of She-Ra and need a podcast to listen to, check out the show Hey Adora. That's what the podcast is called.
Hey Adora.
Hey Adora. And check out Jenny, and Meph is her co-host. The two of them are really awesome. And yeah, if you're craving more queer analysis because you're like, wow, Vic hasn't uploaded a video in like 30 years, and you're like, when are we gonna get more queer analysis? There's other people out there doing it too besides just me, so go check them out.
Your first video was when you were spat out of the womb.
It's true. It's true.
30 long years of passed since that day.
30 years. But that being said, recording that episode with her did give me kind of like some motivation, because I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be like guesting on people's podcasts, I should probably have like stuff to plug, like new stuff to like promote. So I am going to be working on videos again. I have a script ready for my next video. I just have to like actually sit and record it, but have been kind of
your favorite show, Yellowstone.
Oh my god, I don't even know what that is.
It's a cowboy show. It's fucking no one cares. It's like, it's one of those prestige television shows that I don't know a single person who watches it. It's like, what is this? Who cares? Like a lot of Taylor Sheridan stuff. It's made by a guy called Taylor Sheridan, by the way. It's like, I don't know. It's hard to peg where he sits politically, Mr. Sheridan. If he's anything, he's probably at most a lowercase c conservative. All of his work is just like, he watched No Country for Old Men and was like, I want to do that. But unfortunately, No Country for Old Men is like a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's like a really complicated, really, really pessimistic masterpiece. And maybe don't try to do that. Maybe don't try, like if you like, do something else. Don't make it so that everything you make is going to make people go like, this guy really wishes he made No Country for Old Men.
That is really funny. Cool. Magical says weekend is fine, but I think the Wi-Fi on my phone is acting weird. That is unfortunate. We don't like that. We don't like when the Wi-Fi is weird.
That sucks. That's rough, buddy.
That is rough. Yeah, I hope it gets it gets better. Yeah, I've actually been needing to update the Wi-Fi in my apartment too, and maybe that will help with some of my lag and technical issues. I mean, it's not going to solve everything because my computer is just like on its last legs. But yeah, I need to buy like a new modem and router and stuff to upgrade and everything. So
you need to just get yourself a new desktop, because what you're using right now is a laptop.
It is a laptop, but it is a beefy laptop. Like, it has very similar specs to other desktops.
The reason I say it is that, first of all, you need to judge genuinely, like, to what degree do I need this to be a laptop?
Yeah.
I'm the same as you. I prefer to have the option to take it around, which is why I'm also using a very beefy laptop. Mine is basically the next gen version of what yours is. And the laptop I had before that was the same model as yours.
Yeah.
Laptops, they don't last as long. And also are more expensive. They're just simply more expensive. You can get the same specs that I have right now. I paid like £1,200. That's like $1,500.
Yeah, I've been
for my laptop.
I've been thinking about getting a new desktop for a while. It's just like hasn't been a priority.
You could get the same specs as what I have on my laptop for about £830, which is what, like $950 to $1,000.
Yeah, I just don't have that money right now.
Well, then just do a little jig and hope that it gets better.
That's basically what I've been doing. I've been jigging and hoping and surviving off of that for years now. Free Hershey is in the chat. Hello, Free Hershey. Welcome.
Quoting All Might from My Hero Academia.
Is that right?
That is right. Yeah, I am here is sort of his, like, it's his. It's I feel like it's underselling it to call it a catchphrase, because it's not really a catchphrase. It's just like a thing that he says to reassure people. There's more depth to it than I have the time to get into right now.
All right, I'll take your word for it. Alrighty, shall we get into the game?
Let's do it. Have you figured out the thing?
Okay. So actually, you know what? I am going to fully put this blame on you. I am fully I'm fully. Oh, I need to. I changed.
You're okay. You're fully putting the blame on me, are you? Okay.
I changed my resolution settings, so now I have to change my stream settings. Yeah, I'm fully putting the blame on you because go back to the tape, okay? Let's run the tape back. There is a very clear sequence of events that happened here that I think is what screwed me over, and I'm fully putting the blame on you.
Okay, you're gonna have to elaborate. You're gonna have to make this make sense to me.
So one of as I opened the sorry, I'm trying to like fix the game screen and talk at the same time, but also like my thing is super laggy. If you recall, one of the first things that I said as I sat down to start working on this puzzle was I'm gonna draw a grid.
Fuck off. I knew you'd say that. Fuck off.
That was the first thing I said, and you told me, don't draw a grid. Trust me, bro.
No, I said don't draw a grid until you know what you're doing. I didn't say don't draw a grid full stop. I said don't draw a grid until you know what you're doing.
See,
the reason for that is because it's really, I've been there and it's a pain in the ass to have to redraw it. Takes ages. You figure out what you're doing first, be certain of it, and then start drawing the grid.
So that is fair, but honestly, as soon as I started drawing the grid, it became more clear to me. Like it was becoming more obvious as I was drawing. And like for me, like it's very hard for me to imagine something and visualize something like at the same time. Like I'm really bad at imagining an image in my head. Like the whole like rotate an apple thing, right? Like I'm like in the middle of the spectrum there. Like I can kind of vaguely envision an apple, but I like can't rotate it in my mind, right? So I really needed to start drawing it out in order to like get an idea of like what I was doing. So as soon as I started,
you are having a go. This is this sounds like a skill issue to me.
And so once I started drawing it out, it became clear to me, and I'm actually going to try as well too. I'm going to try to share. I have a notebook in front of me, okay? I'm going to try to share it with my phone and stuff too. I tried to do a little bit of movie magic here, but I didn't have time to do like a proper like setup for it, but
I'm gonna lose my entire ass if you still got it wrong. That would be so funny. I'm sure you've got it. I'm sure you now that you've drawn it out, you've got it figured out. But it would be you have to admit it would be incredibly funny if after all of this you showed.
I still got it wrong. So I have a solution in front of me, right? I have a solution, but I don't think it's the solution.
Wait, you did it off screen?
I kind of did it off screen.
Why did you do it off screen? That's like, what are we gonna do if you got it right? What are we gonna do?
No, I honestly don't think it's right. I think I kind of rushed it and I didn't really do it.
You did not think this through. You have done the stream off stream.
Yes, okay, that is fair. I did kind of do a lot of work off stream, but honestly, I think we can just sort of go over it and. I am 100% sure I made mistakes like as I was doing this.
I'm like, okay, first of all, show me what you've got for 12.
So okay, so here's the thing. So let me before I figure out how to share my notebook, I do want to explain how I solved page 12. So page 12, as we all know, I was like super duper confused and looking at this page being like, okay, what the fuck am I supposed to get out of this? So the thing that was confusing me, right, is we have this square and then there's these two blue lines that are going through the square. I have chosen to interpret this as it is the blue lines in the square that we are taking, right? The thing that I did not understand as I was looking at this page, and the thing that I understood as I was starting to draw it out, is that I was misunderstanding how this line worked in terms of like where it was traveling between these squares. And yes. I had the assumption in my head that for this maze that we're doing as we're going through all of these squares, we would not be crossing the same square twice. And that was a dumb assumption because I literally had no reason to assume that. That was just like a default setting in my brain to say like, okay, we're not gonna like cross over the same square again twice, right?
You're blaming me for this.
So I'm blaming you for this because I just like made this assumption in my head because I was like trying to visualize it and like solve these things at the same time. So once I actually sat down and drew it, and another thing that gave me a hint with this too is on page 4, the lines here, the ones that are, you know, highlighted in yellow here that are going like the L and the reverse L, right? The two lines here. This is another hint, right? The fact that the lines, they're not connected, right? So
why did you go and do all of this off stream? I was like looking forward to going through all of this in real time.
So we are going to go through it. We'll go through it in real time, but
no, it's not the same because you figured it out without me being there. now I just have to watch you re-explain the shit to me that you already figured out in the week, and that's
okay. Well, I apologize. I did not mean to solve the entire thing, but like I said, I'm pretty sure I got some stuff wrong. So I wanted to just go over it. But let me show you what I've done. So what I've done, if I can figure out how to share my phone. I do apologize. I definitely got, because the thing is too is like I would not have solved 12 if I didn't like continue, if that makes sense, right? And I didn't want to.
I don't know what that means.
Like I would not have been able to figure out page 12 if I didn't figure out the other pages first.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to do more, but you're totally right that I didn't have to do like all of it.
Because the big door was like the thing that it's kind of, for me anyway, it's like it's my favorite puzzle in gaming. It was the big thing that I was kind of sort of building up to.
You know what? I think I'm just going to do it again because I'm like 90% sure that what I have is wrong. So I think I'm just going to do it again.
I think the reason I'm disappointed is because like the bit for me that's so important about this puzzle is the eureka moment when you figure out what it's doing, and it's the fact that you had the eureka moment without it being on camera, and without it being like, yeah.
Well, I think I figured out what to do during the last stream. It was just that moment of knowing that the line.
Yeah, that's fair.
Was like a continuous line that was crossing over the squares multiple times. That was the only realization I had off stream, honestly. Fuck, why am I getting stuck on this? Share my screen, start broadcast. Okay.
Get this phone.
Get my phone up in this house. Okay.
I whip my hair. I whip my back and mouth.
Let me get my camera. You'll get to see my messy ass desk, which is gonna be great.
Do you know what I love? This is like totally unrelated to anything, but I just like I've got my email tab open because I use that to get directly to the Twitch stream. The number of like paid ad slots on websites like Yahoo and YouTube and all that are straight up just scams, insane. Like paid ad slots.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm looking at one right now from a website called Refundo. Are you owed up to 8,608? And you might be wondering why I said it like that. It's because the ad put the comma in the wrong place.
Oh my god.
They put the comma in the wrong place. Like, it's the most obvious ad. A scam, sorry. The most obvious scam.
Yeah.
And you get those crypto scams on YouTube. I have no interest in crypto. I have no idea why I get them. It's insane.
Yeah, it's annoying. Okay, why? How can I make this better? How do I make this better? Okay, this might be the best
Best
I can do. Let's see how this looks.
Best that you can do.
Why is it not updating? Share.
Sonny and share.
Disconnect. Oh my god, okay. This was working a moment ago. I don't know why it's not working now.
What's the goal here?
I'm trying to record my phone screen so that I can
But here's the thing, Magical. I'm not talking about spam, right? Like spam is spam, and spam is recognized by your email service provider as spam, right? And they filter it, hopefully, to a spam folder that you can then empty. I'm not talking about spam. I'm talking about paid ad slots, right? So at the top of your Yahoo Mail interface, they have a single slot. It goes right to the top. This is how things work, right? So in your inbox, before all of your actual inbox emails, there's one slot for an ad. And that ad right now is being taken up by an obvious scam called Refundo. And it's insane. And YouTube is much the same. Like if I search something on YouTube, I hate that this is how it works. This is the world we live in. If I searched anything on YouTube, like my last search, I type in coffin nails, right? The number one thing at the top, before the thing that I searched for, the number one thing is an ad slot that's like vaguely related to the thing that I searched, but not what I'm looking for. It's so dumb.
Why is this not changing?
Is it because you are a criminal and a swindler and a coward and a cur?
Maybe.
Because I think that might be it.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
And when I say vaguely related, when I typed in coffin nails on YouTube just now, the number one ad slot is for acrylic nails. It's for fucking acrylic nails. But like 9 out of 10 times, it's crypto. It's a crypto scam that I get at the top.
Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking.
It's insane to me. It's insane to me that Google allows these obvious scams to do this. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Where do they get the money? I don't know. They pay for expensive ad slots, you know, and outreach. It's crazy. I don't know where they get the money from.
Okay. How is going to be
I
the
like
best
your
way to do this?
I like your rug.
Thank you. Maybe this way actually would be the best way to do it. It is kind of like in front of my face, but this might be the best solution.
Jukebox hero.
Oh my god, come on, little tripod man, you can do it.
Little tripod man. Is that like little Iron Man, but
There we go.
I'd say worse.
Okay, maybe I need to push this down. The problem is I also don't have like that much space on my desk, so maybe doing this might be a little sideways. Be better.
Peach iced tea or something. Like a seltzer. What have you got going on there?
Oh, my can here. Yeah, it's a seltzer.
I don't know why we do not call it seltzer in England. We just don't call it that. Like you can't buy. I mean, you can buy seltzer, but it won't be called that.
Okay, this is like not. I don't know how to do this in a way that it's gonna like frame it nicely. Is the problem? So we're just gonna.
It's fine.
Go with
Don't.
that.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be framed nicely.
We're
Just
just
go
gonna
with
go with that. Okay. Okay. So let me also adjust the game screen here so that we can actually see both at the same time. That down. Yeah, if I had like planned this ahead of time, I would have like made made a nice thing.
Fine.
But
Planning is
fine.
chumps and for losers.
It's Fine. Also, my my OBS just like loves it when I make changes like on the fly like this. It just loves it.
I started using OBS recently for the first time.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, I did not mean to sneeze right into the microphone. I apologize for that.
It was an impressive sneeze.
Thank you. All right.
My sneezes sound terrible and bad and dumb.
All right, I'm gonna draw this out. Okay, we're gonna do some drawing. So we have, let me go back to the page. Go back to the page where, hello. Oh, now my game froze. Great.
Oh my god, it's a shambles. Yeah, I started using OBS recently, much to my chagrin.
Yeah.
Normally, I just use the the game bar, the Xbox game bar that just comes with the laptop. For some reason, on Windows 11, it's just like, I don't know, I don't feel like working.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. It's just like, for some reason, I have to reboot my laptop to get the fucking record function to work. It just like, it's grayed out and I can't click it.
Yeah.
And I got sick of having to do that, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna install OBS and capture. But OBS is like worse in every way. It's more steps. I have to like align my screen properly, and my screen has different dimensions. It's not a standard definition screen. It's a really fancy.
I have
So
to
it's got a different
restart. I
resolution.
have to restart the game.
Rest in spaghetti. And like, it also makes it much like anytime you screen capture on OBS, the automatic name of the file is just like way harder to search for and differentiate between files. And
Yeah.
the thumbnail is always like the first image, and the first image is always the OBS interface. So it's like they all look identical.
Yeah.
When I just wish Windows 11 wasn't a shitty crap fucking piece of shit.
Yeah,
OS.
that's Windows 11's fault. Steam is updating, you fucking piece of shit. Oh my god, I hate everything. I like how you can see my hand and my mouse here.
I feel like we should have just gone without the phone.
No, because I want to share my drawing.
You just like show it to the camera when you've drawn it.
No, that's too difficult. That's too annoying.
That's too difficult. It's more difficult than this.
Well, this is the game's fault. This is Steam's fault. Steam is being a piece of shit right now.
I don't think it is Steve's fault. I think it's the fact that you have this old ass laptop that is struggling and that you have never cleaned. Hardest working laptop.
It's true.
What is it I said the other day? You treat your laptop like an alcoholic treats their liver. It's working so hard for you, this thing.
It really is. It's on its last legs. Okay, here we go. I hope everyone's having a good Sunday. Hope everyone's enjoying their Pride Month so far. I might be doing stuff next week, so there might not be a stream next week, but there's.
I mean, we might. Ideally, we'll finish this today.
Ideally, we'll finish this today, assuming that.
I'm like slightly concerned, to be honest, because you've basically figured it out, and I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna make.
I honestly didn't though, because like I kind of intentionally like rushed through a couple pages and like knew I was getting stuff wrong. So because like my intention was always to just like do it on stream, do it again on stream. So like I did write it out, but I didn't really do it correctly.
I don't mean to alarm you, but my face is gone.
Oh, okay, hold on, give me a sec.
And my face is still up on my screen on my own Discord, but my face is gone on the stream itself.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if that was just like a temporary thing or if.
Yes, it is well,
maybe
it's not temporary, because now I actually don't. Oh wait, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now
Here we go. Here we go.
We should be good. Okay. Okay. Let's go to this frickin' door and solve this puzzle.
Hey, Arnold. Move it, football head. Helga G. Pataki. One of the best cartoon characters of all time. He's so great. I love Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold is amazing.
It's a great show. I grew up with it. It's fantastic.
Helga is the best character. Bar none.
Great. Okay, here we go. Here we freaking go. Oh, also, I did spend a little bit of time just like staring at this page, like trying to figure out the language, and did not really get anywhere with that. So
that much I truly like. I don't know, maybe that would make for a fun stream, like you and I together putting our
I'd be down for that.
Because that is the one puzzle in this entire game that I have never even touched. Like I looked at it and I went, I'm not going there. Also, I was thinking like a fun game for us to play after this might be Fez, because I've never played Fez before, and Fez is like puzzle heavy, and it gets compared to this game a lot. There are 2 points of comparison for this game. One of them is called Death's Door, which is for people who prefer the combat, and the other is Fez for people who prefer the puzzles. And I've never played Fez.
I have also not played Fez.
I love Hey Arnold, and the thing I love about Helga Pataki is that she is the de facto love interest of the show, and they did not try to make her like conventionally pretty. She's just kind of a scrungly looking scrimblow, and I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of Helga being this little scrunkle. And they never get rid of her monobrow. They never do like a glow up episode where she gets rid of the monobrow. She just keeps the monobrow.
It's iconic. It's iconic.
It's great. She never loses the monobrow. I'm like, oh god, the season is it? I can't remember if it's the season 1 or season 2 last episode when she goes on the date with Arnold, pretending to be his pen pal from France. That is like such a banger episode, because that's the episode where Arnold is kind of like, actually, Helga's pretty great.
Yeah.
Like when all the pretense is gone and it's like, yeah. I love Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold is a great show. It's an amazing show. Yeah. The Christmas episode when Helga sells her expensive Christmas present so that she can well, she doesn't sell it, she gives it away in exchange for that bureaucrat to pull up the file to help Arnold get Mr. Wen back in touch with his estranged daughter.
Yeah.
Banger episode. Beautiful episode. And she does it thanklessly. She does it entirely anonymously and walks away into the night. Great television. Hey Arnold is it's genuinely as good as everybody says it is.
It really is. What a good show.
I watched it for the first time back when I was injured, and I was just like mega depressed because I was injured. And it's really easy to see why Hey Arnold kind of stuck out to viewers at the time. Magical, you're right, she did do a makeover for Rhonda's sleepover, but it is never like framed as being a good thing. It's abjectly framed as being like her shedding her personality to fit in, and it just doesn't work. Yeah, like other shows at the time, you've got like your Ren and Stimpy, you've got your like Cow and Chicken. It's all like absurdist, almost like Dadaist humor, like really, really irreverent, deconstructionist kind of ridiculous, almost like Gross Out at times.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like Gross Out humor was way more popular in like that 2000s era of Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Nickelodeon slime, that's the whole thing, isn't it?
Absolutely, the fucking slime. Oh my god.
And then you've got a couple of shows that emerged, some in the early 90s and some in the late 90s. SpongeBob SquarePants is kind of fantastic, because SpongeBob SquarePants is basically Good Burger, but but not.
But for kids.
But for kids, yeah, it has that energy of like Good Burger or like Friday. And then you've got Hey Arnold, and what made Hey Arnold special is that Arnold, as the protagonist of that show, is not an idiot. He is not a lunatic. He's just like a nice kid. That's like his defining. He never raises his voice, even when he's angry. He's just like a nice kid. And it's got loads of heart. It's got oodles of heart. I love the episode when what is the big kid's name?
I'm forgetting. It's been so long
What is
since
his
I watched the
name?
show.
I'm like losing my mind. You know the one I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah. The like blue.
He wears the blue shirt and the cap.
Right, yeah. Okay. I've drawn my grid.
Magical, it's not I don't know if I would necessarily I don't know if you're being like ironic. It's kind of hard to tell over a message. Cartoons then were cartoons then. You know, I'm definitely not of the mind that cartoons then were better. I think cartoons then were just what they were. They were a different style. I appreciate them. They were funny. They often contained a lot of pathos in interesting ways. Like Rugrats is a very interesting show to go back to. That show has tons of pathos in it that you don't get as a kid and that you do get as an adult, where it's like, wow, this is really sad. Hey Arnold obviously has its fair share of that. None of that, in my opinion, makes it like better than what we get now, nor am I of the mind that shows back then were underdeveloped either. Like, I know that it's easy to kind of fall into both camps, where some people are like, back in my day, cartoons were better. Like, why don't they make them like they used to? And then people today will be like, cartoons back then were not as good as you remember them. It's like, no, it's just different. Like, they're just different things. You know, Arnold, I truly don't think a show like Arnold would be made today. I think there are lots of things about Hey Arnold that a modern Nickelodeon would not greenlight. And that's, on one hand, that's a shame, but by that same token, there's loads of stuff modern Nickelodeon makes today or has made over the last maybe 10 years that it would never have greenlit back in the 90s. Never. So it's, you know, it swings and roundabouts. There's, you know, styles shift and change and evolve, and Hey Arnold was a really special show that existed in its time, and we got it, and it got made.
Back in the 90s, I was watching Hey Arnold.
I feel like the whole like buy me or the communists win thing is more the 80s. That's more like the Transformers, the kind of mid to late 80s Transformers era. Like it's Transformers, it's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So kind of like mid to late 80s cartoons are sort of more like that. And then the 90s came around, it all just became like irreverent. Like I don't think Ren and Stimpy was trying to sell anything except maybe crack. And the creator of that show being a dirtbag, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I almost forgot about that.
I'm sorry to bring it up. Okay,
let's freaking do this. Okay, I've got my grid. I framed it as nicely as I possibly could on the camera, so hopefully it's like somewhat visible. Okay, I just said go again, so hopefully we should be back. I'm crossing my fingers that we're back and that I don't have to restart everything from scratch. That would be really annoying.
Refreshing. Oh my god. Of course I'm being made to sit through a fucking ad.
Of course.
I can see it in the corner though, so I think we're back.
Okay, so hopefully we should be good. Sorry about that, y'all. I have no idea what happened there.
Fucking hate ads
computer
so
just
much.
Struggling, right? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go. So we're going like up and left like that, and then we're going like down and right like that, kind of. Right? So we've got these two little shapes going on here.
I've been thinking about making a video about the dehumanizing effect of ads and being surrounded by ads constantly all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then I feel like that would just be so depressing.
It really would be. Okay, and then we've got page. My stream is freezing sometimes, Magical says. Okay, well, hopefully, it just restarted, so hopefully it should be okay from this point on. Yeah, I feel like I just have a lot of stuff going on, right? Like I've got Discord for Tom, and then I've got the game, and then I've got my phone. So yeah, a lot of stuff my computer is trying to balance right now. Okay, so this one, it's going like left, down, left, up, left, kind of like that. Kind of like that shape right here. And then we got page 34. So if we can kind of see what I've got drawn here. So I've drawn the grid, and then I drew the page number. I wrote the page number in all the corners. So that's how I know what the numbers that I'm going to. Okay, page 34, this is this. So it's going like left, down, left, up, right, up, kind of like that. Like a little bit of that shape going on there. And then we got page 46.
I thought you were about to do the match of the day theme.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
What
is that from?
Match of the day. I just fucking told you. What do you mean?
I don't know what that is. What is match of the day?
It's just a fucking English football thing. Football here is much bigger than it is where you're at.
Right.
For you. Soccer, I mean. As far as how seriously you take American football, I think you might have us beat, but that's sheer just like scale. I don't think you have us beat for tribalism and
yeah. Okay.
all the other horrible things I hate about football.
So I got this little squiggle for page 46.
Gwingle. It's like watching somebody play Snake on their little Nokia.
Oh, yeah, it does look like a little snake.
Can you believe those phones they just gave us 2 free video games just in them?
I used to play the hell out of Snake.
I played Snake sometimes, but I was better at Tetris, so I was a Tetris main.
Okay, this is one that I know I got wrong because I was really struggling with this page as I was staring with this. So this is one that I actually didn't really solve when I tried to do this on my own. So the reason I was confused at this is because there's lots of gold on this page. And it was because of how small you've got it, I can't really see what I'm looking at myself. So I am actually going to pull up an HD. Just like on your own screen.
Yeah, so I can actually look at them.
Yeah. So I was struggling with this page. So I'm on page 28. This is the map overworld view. So this one I was kind of struggling because there's like the beach, right? And the beach has this line of but it's not connected, which is why it's confusing me because the beach is all disconnected. So I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to be looking at.
They're really gonna make me scroll through all of these pages. Okay. Okay, what I will tell you is that I have spotted it, but I'm not going to tell you where it is, but I have spotted it.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't think it's the beach because it's all disconnected, and that just doesn't feel right to me. And then there's also the bell tower, which is gold. And then there's this door right on the left. But I don't think it's the door. And I don't think it's this sealed temple door either. Well, actually it could be, because there is a line here.
There is an English comedian called Bill Bailey, and Bill Bailey proved that if you change the match of the day theme to be in a minor key, it sounds like a Russian dance.
I might come back to this page. I might do this page after I do page 9, because maybe page 9 will give me a hint as to what this is supposed to look like.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to say anything. I would caution you against that attitude, personally.
Really? Is it like stupid obvious?
It's not about whether or not it's obvious. It's that I don't think that the other pages are going to necessarily contextualize what the line is going to look like. Like you have to you spot it on the page or you don't.
Yeah, that's true. I guess like I don't know whether I'm gonna go up or right. Those are my options, right? I can either go to the right or go up. Or back down, right? Because now I've established that. Well, no, it can't go back down because I already have page 34. Or 16, rather. So what am I looking for here? Maybe I should just zoom in and kind of like...
That's why they gave you the function to zoom in.
Yeah, just zoom in and kind of like look for things.
Yeah, because I don't want to tell you what it is. I refuse. But I have seen it. Okay. I have spotted it.
So I don't think it's the bell tower. That doesn't seem right. I don't think it's... It might be the beach because I do see there's like this shiny gold... Well, okay, no, it can't be the beach, right? Because all the gold on this page is like shining. Like the sealed temple door is like shining, and then this is like the bell tower is like shining, and this is like shining, and all three of those are like super disconnected. So it can't be any of those. And it can't be the beach because the beach is not like shining in the same way. So I don't think it's the beach.
I'm like fascinated because I feel like I'm seeing how ADHD works in real time. And I'm not even saying that to like at your expense. It's just like, I was listening to somebody talking, like I was watching a stream where somebody was talking about their experience of having ADHD and playing games.
Yeah.
And playing Marvel Rivals and being like, and like talking to their friend and being like, where are you? Where are you? And then their friend was like, I'm literally right next to you. I'm on your screen.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm seeing that right now. Like I'm seeing how that kind of is disadvantaging you.
Yeah.
Like legitimately. So I'm not going to laugh at you for that.
I appreciate that.
But I will say that you have passed it on your screen, like in the middle of your screen several times.
Oh my god. You're being very generous. You're like, oh yeah, Vic obviously just has ADHD and is like, whatever. I'm just a fucking idiot, okay? I think I'm just an idiot. I think I have 2 working brain cells. Oh my god, it's so obvious. It's right here.
And you literally had that in the middle of your screen like 3 times.
I literally passed by this like 14 times and I like didn't even notice it. Is that even on? Like, I don't even think that that's on like the map. Like if I go to this area, like on the map, like in the overworld, I don't even think this is there.
It is, yeah. It is there. It is there, yeah.
Wow.
And when I played this game for the first time, I actually mistook the landmass as itself an isolated puzzle. But there is actually one of the flower puzzles to the left of it, I think. But that is actually there. You can see it and you can go there. I think there's like it's either one of those ones that you zip to or there's like I don't remember, but you can go there. It is actually
interesting. On the map. Okay. So we got a little bit of this shape going on here.
You got a little bit of Monica in your life.
Okay. 22 is our next page.
22 by Taylor Swift.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like a poo. Okay.
I love that song.
Okay, so I see the yellow here. But it's starting on the... Well, it's going to start from the bottom because we're going up, so it's going... it's going to start here. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and assume that it's the gold, like it's the golden line that's kind of like, you know, offset, like that's on the white part.
And isn't it cool how they've like hidden that as looking like a printing error?
Yeah, that is really cool. All right,
it's one of my favorite little bits about this because it's one of those things you don't think anything of when you're actually reading the manual.
Yeah, like everything kind of hidden in plain sight, right? so it's kind of like a that shape. Kind of like a that.
And we could go with this, we could go with that.
All right, page 15. This one's pretty obvious. We're going.
It's a great music video, but like for all the money that they spend on Christopher Walken and all these fancy effects, it's still not a better music video than David Byrne in a room with a blue screen. Being a silly, goofy guy.
He's just being a silly guy.
I love David Byrne.
He's great.
I've found this Instagram artist who has like the weirdest intersection of tastes. I always love it when people have like when they like hyperfixate on specific things and it becomes their identity as an artist. But I tend to find like 9 out of 10 times those people have really basic tastes. It's like, okay, yeah, like I'm super into the Yakuza yaoi, or like I'm super into the Tumblr sexy men of the week. But this person, they're super into David Byrne, Snoopy. Here's the collection of things. David Byrne of Talking Heads, Snoopy of Peanuts, and Dale Cooper from Twin Peaks. That is their 3 things, and they mash those things together.
I feel like those things they carry very similar energy, and I can totally see
they do carry very similar energy, and I love it. Like, I'm a big fan of, I think they're called, they're like, Afro Steel, Afro Steel. And I love their art. Their art is really good, but I'm particularly enamored with just this. What a wild collection of things, and they're all things that I love as well. Like,
yeah,
that's the biggest disconnect I feel with my fellow artists who do this kind of stuff. It's just like they're like I love your art. I don't give a rat's ass about the old man Yaoi from Yakuza. I don't care about any of these characters. I have a lot of respect and time for the Yakuza games. They're a little too silly for me. They go in a direction where it's like just a little too silly.
Sure.
You know, the most recent one is on a pirate ship, and I'm like, this is come on, guys. It's getting a little silly. It's getting a little too silly for me personally. Twin Peaks is a show that I love. I obviously love and adore David Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the kind of stuff that most artists on Instagram would not touch with a barge pole, because they like the sparkly, nice stuff. Mm-hmm. They like the old man yaoi, and they like the Tumblr sexy men, and they don't want to watch this like weird ass neo-noir, this weird ass like spiritualist, psychologically bizarre neo-noir by a strange man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, cowards, expand your horizons. God damn it. Expand your horizons to things that are just like nice and fun and fluffy. Expand your horizons to shit that's dark.
Yeah.
And challenging and interesting. I'm complete.
This is another one of those ones that's kind of hidden in plain sight, right? Because like, you know, this is like the game screen and it's like pointing at all the different things and it's all pointing in blue. And this one's like, hey, this is you, right? So you're interpreting this as like, oh yeah, that's the important thing that I'm supposed to know from this page. But no, it's part of the puzzle. Conspiracies.
Great.
Conspiracies.
Conspiracies.
So we got a little bit of that going on here. And I'm not drawing these like exactly to like scale exactly how like they're drawn in the booklet, but I figured that that's not as important as like the directions, right? So
the directions are the important thing. They don't. Yeah, the scale doesn't need to be exact.
Yeah. All right, we're cooking though. I keep exiting out. Okay, here we go. Page 21.
Is it because you hate women?
Yes.
I thought so.
Okay, this one was supposed to be obvious, right? This is just the one that's in the gold box.
Yeah, great big gold box down there. That's like right there.
Is this like... It has to be going like down left, right? Like it can't just be going left. Like that down is a line. It's kind of vague, right? Because it looks like a sparkle, but I think it's supposed to be going down.
I want to see more Tumblr artists hyperfixate on this. See, this is all it boils down to, really. I'm being like a snob about it, but in reality, I just kind of wish there were more artists on the internet who shared my tastes. That's all.
For sure, for sure. Yeah.
I wish there were more people on the internet who were just like hyperfixating on like Taxi Driver. Please, no one make yaoi of Travis Bickle. That would be so bad.
Oh my god.
That would be so bad. That would be so cursed. Travis Bickle yaoi. Who would they yaoi him with?
Oh my god. I don't even want to know.
I saw that Pillar of Garbage posted a video about Brick 2005.
I'm not familiar with Pillar of Garbage.
They're a bread tuber.
I see.
I like them. I'm subscribed to them. I'm a little lukewarm to their takes on Marvel. I think that they correctly surmise the point of a lot of Marvel shows, but are not as sensitive to how creatively bankrupt those shows and movies are. I find that frustrating. So I don't tend to agree with them. I think they because like Daily Wire types like to complain about Marvel shows for being woke. I do feel like taking the bread tuber response of siding with those shows is kind of missing the wood for the trees and not realizing how politically like centrist and milquetoast a lot of Marvel properties are.
Sure.
But I generally like Pillar of Garbage. I think he's pretty good. He did a video on Brick. And it was pretty good. It was a pretty good video. I think Brick is kind of a hard movie to make a video essay about. Because I think like everything that makes Brick brilliant is so simple. It's not a complicated movie to understand the appeal of. You know? Which is why I've never made a video about it, because I don't think I could find a way to make it 2 hours long. I just think there'd be no point. Gravity Rush, though. I will yap about those Parisian rooftops.
This page I was also really struggling on when I was looking at it earlier. This one I gave up on. I like could not figure this one out.
Page 50, is it?
Page 50, yeah.
So,
but maybe because I was also looking at it on a small screen that I wasn't able to really see it.
Oh yeah, I remember this one giving me trouble as well. Damn, this one did give me trouble. I'm actually gonna have to physically consult my notes. Not even for you, but just for my own.
Yeah, see, it's not just me being a dummy.
So which one is 50? Sorry, let me just see. Oh, you would hate the diagram I drew. The diagram I drew is fucking rancid. It's so wavy. It was made to be legible to me and me alone.
Yeah. So I think I kind of see it, but it's so subtle.
Where are you looking?
So I'm looking on the actual door itself, and there's like tiny bits of gold flecks kind of like in the door.
Oh, yeah. Yes. That would make sense because that matches. No, I'm not saying anything.
Don't say shit.
I'm not saying anything.
Shut the fuck up, you.
Shut the fuck up. What the fuck?
So
what the fuck?
These looks like this looks like it's not connected, right?
Oh my god. Did I show you Julia Lepetit's yassified Eraserhead baby?
No, I don't think so.
That is one of the funniest things easily one of the funniest things Julia has ever done.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen. Truly rancid. I love that movie, Eraserhead. It's so good.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny that like Eraserhead is pretty clearly a movie about fear of parenthood. Like that is what that movie is. David Lynch had just had a child who was born with a disability, and he was clearly terrified of being a dad.
Right.
And that is what the movie is about. And I think Julia drawing the yassified Eraserhead baby was her last stream before going on maternity leave, but had confirmed that she had not seen the movie. So it's like,
okay,
don't watch the movie.
So I think I've gotten this shape right. The only thing that I'm not 100% certain of here is... Okay, so like I can see it going left and then up, right? And then in the middle of this up line, I can't tell if this is supposed to be a break or not.
Obviously, I'm not going to answer that question. So unfortunately, you are just going to have to do it. So maybe
Yeah.
what I would recommend doing, something I did, this is just a general tip, so I'm not going to count this as me telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Something I did is I would put like some kind of marker, like an asterisk, on the ones
Yeah.
that I was least certain about. So if
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
go
yeah.
through it and it did not work, I would revisit the ones that I was least certain about first.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna put like a like just like a little like question mark here, just to say like I'm not sure about this one. Because that's the only thing I'm like it's not entirely clear to me. But I do think that I've got this left shape correct, which is kind of like this square with the right side missing.
Have you seen the new Pauline design from the Donkey Kong
Oh, the
game?
like kid Pauline?
They took a really generic design. I'm not like a huge fan of Pauline, and they made her so great.
It's very cute. I do
I,
appreciate the like squirt.
it's not just like the general energy of the design, the big mom jeans.
Yeah.
I truly feel that they should just like take that design and for all of like the mainline adult Pauline versions that we see in like Mario Kart and stuff, take that same energy, just bring it through to her adult form.
Yeah.
That would be superior to what we've got, which is basically just like a lady. Like that's all Pauline is. She's just like a lady.
Okay, page 6. Here we go.
I thought she was pretty fun in Odyssey.
Yeah.
She's still just a lady though. She's kind of nothing. Super Mario Odyssey, yay or nay?
I did. I don't think. I don't think I finished it, but I did enjoy
Really?
what I played of it.
I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it. You know, there's a lot of ways to make doing a run and a jump fun.
For sure.
Mario, those games have consistently been. I always find it funny when people will like they'll be like, oh, Super Mario Wonder was the worst Mario game. It's like it doesn't matter which way you slice it, it was still good. Like
Yeah, I feel like Mario games are always like a base level of quality.
they're always at least fun.
Yeah.
like what are you complaining about?
Right. Right. Totally.
You know, it's not like they're doing a Sonic the Hedgehog on you and putting out just like an absolute hunk of dog shit. And then all the fans are just like shoveling this dog shit into their mouth and just going like, God, Sonic is good again. And then a few months pass and they go like, actually that game wasn't very good at all, was it? It was kind of bad. And then another game comes out and it's like actual human feces and they're just shoveling it into their mouth like like you know, they're like chewing on the bits of corn and they're like, oh yeah, Sonic is good again.
None of these are yellow.
Which
here we
page
go.
is that?
I'm on 52, and I think I found it.
Jump up, superstar.
Oh, this is so subtle. It's like hidden in the corner here. Like, I would not have noticed this at all if I wasn't, like, looking for this.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. That's what she said. I'm trying to, like, thread the needle with, like, my camera tripod here as I try to, like, draw this. Okay, here we go.
But, like Ed, here's the thing, right? Like, first of all, saying that Super Mario Galaxy is better than Odyssey is not a hot take. Like Galaxy and Galaxy 2 are like two of the most beloved Mario games. It doesn't change anything either, because it is just like Galaxy exists. You can play Galaxy, you'll have a great time. Odyssey's still good. It's not like Mario, it's not like Nintendo missed with Mario Odyssey. It's not like they put out like a hunk of shit. They put out a really good game that's not as good as Galaxy, but it's still a really good game. Which is kind of what I find frustrating about the Mario discourse. Is it's just like all of these games are good. Like, what are we complaining about?
Right,
It's just
right, yeah.
another good Mario game.
It's not like what happened to like Chibi Robo, right? Where it's like these games are just straight up bad now.
Yeah, like Chibi Robo suffered a fate worse than Jet Set Radio, didn't it? Like,
truly.
like Jet Set Radio got like 2 games and then got forgotten about. Sega was like, how about instead of making more of that cool game that people really loved, we put out another 15 shitty Sonic the Hedgehog games. Like, but you know, then somebody took the matters into their own hands and made Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, which is apparently amazing, but which has never gone down in price on Steam sale quite enough for me to buy it. Because I'm stingy. I'm waiting for it to go below £10 and then I will buy it. Because that's just what I'm like. That's my rule. Like if I'm like waiting for a game to come on Steam sale, I will always wait for it to come below £10, and
this page is freaking tricky, bro. But I got it.
It is, isn't it? It's like a Magic Eye poster. This one, you have to.
Yeah, it thinks it can fool me, but yeah, it's the freaking negative space in the background, right? Yeah. And this one's also like disconnected, which makes sense because like 50's got this like square shape, so that actually works. Cool. Okay, page 33.
Another franchise they left behind that I would love to see more of, the Katamari games.
When did the last Katamari game come out?
It would have been We Heart Katamari.
Mm-hmm.
That came out in 2005.
Wow, yeah, so it's been a while.
Fuck me, dude. It's on Switch now, though.
That's cool.
I love the Katamari games. They are exceptionally good games with amazing music as well. Just like,
oh yeah, the music is awesome.
It's like, why did you make the music for this stupid, silly game about being a little guy rolling up a ball?
It's like you didn't need to go this hard, but you did.
Like I know that the joke is always like, you know, like they'll be like, oh yeah, it's just a silly game about rolling stuff into a ball. You don't have to go that hard on the music. I don't think that's how the conversation happened at all. I think that they went like, we need to go all out on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna hire the specific musician to put together the soundtrack.
For sure. All right, page 31.
My hot take is that I enjoy Sunshine more than Galaxy.
I played Sunshine as a kid, and it was too difficult for me as a young person trying to play platformers, 3D platformers.
You're dreadful at platforming, though.
I really am. I really struggled a lot with Sunshine.
One of my all-time favorite moments, just in our lore.
I know what you're gonna say. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Was when we were playing that co-op game that didn't have a lot of platforming in it, mind you. It was more of like a puzzle game with light platforming.
It was a puzzle platformer, okay? It was a puzzle platformer.
It was a puzzle game with light platforming elements. Not difficult platforming. I literally, for the sake of the chat who don't know, this section of the game required like communication because I couldn't see what was going on the screen, right? My body was elsewhere. I could only see my head and my body was elsewhere. So my head was disconnected from my body. And Vikram was trying to do this like very, very simple bit of platforming of getting across a bridge that's like broken into segments. And
yeah, so I have to jump like this, right? Like I have to hopscotch kind of across these platforms to cross this like gap. That is visible on my screen, but it's not visible on Tom's screen.
So that's the key there is I could not see. I could not see what I was doing. I couldn't see the screen. In either case, it took you like 15 tries to get across. It's agonizing. It took you so long. Really easy bit of platforming. And then you, as if to summon the gods themselves for your hubris, you said, oh, you try and do it. And I was like, I will do it. And I'll do it headless. I'll do it without being able to see. And I did in one try.
You did it the first try, and I fell to my knees and never recovered.
I could not see what I was doing, and I did it. By timing the jumps, that's the thing. Like, you have a vague idea in your head of like how quickly you move, and you time the jumps. Unbelievable.
Is it this? This page is confusing me because I think it's this, but it's not gold. This is the only thing that makes sense, though.
Which one are you pointing at?
This is page 31.
I can see it. I can see the pattern.
But it's not gold. That's the thing that's throwing me off. But everything that's yellow on this page is not making the right shape.
Remember that color is relevant to lighting conditions.
Is it? No, it can't be that. That's all disconnected. Is it this? No, that doesn't look right.
So what was the first one you pointed out?
So, like, I was thinking it's this thing in the corner here on the left, but it's not yellow.
Okay, I'm just gonna say because you've got it. That's it. And yes, it is yellow. It is yellow. Yeah,
it is yellow.
It is yellow. If you color picked it, it would probably pull up green. But that's why I said color is relevant to lighting conditions. That's what color relevant.
Okay, fine.
So the lighting conditions make it look like it's
Okay, well, I am.
It's the whole. Is the dress white and black, or is it? Or,
sure.
White
okay.
Blue, or is it golden black? Whatever.
Okay, yeah, because like I was about to spend like way too long figuring out these like highlights on the bricks, and okay, so it is just this. Okay, that makes my life easier. Thank you for just clearing that up.
I don't count that as me helping.
No, because I did find it. It just wasn't clear to me. I think like because I don't have any accessibility settings on, so maybe like that would have helped me.
Are you colorblind?
I don't think I am, but maybe I am a little bit.
Or maybe you're just...
Maybe I'm just dumb.
Maybe you're just fucking stupid.
Maybe I'm just a fucking idiot. That actually is kind of the most likely scenario. Okay, so I got a little squig going here.
A little squig?
A little squig. Alright,
just a little squig.
Going to page 40.
I see it.
So it's got to be these coffee stains somehow, because that's the only like yellow on the page.
This whole stretch of the game is just so great.
Ah, okay, I found it. I have found it. Oh, that's clever, actually, because, like, there's, like, all these lines, like, that could be it, and then this is the only one that's, like, coffee stained, so...
It's coffee stained, so it's yellow. Yeah. The coffee stain makes it yellow.
That's clever. That is clever. What page was this again? This is page 40. Page 40. Okay, so this one's going, like... down... left, down, right, up, right, down, right, kind of like that. That's the ugliest one
Sunshine,
I think so far.
It's pretty great. Mario Sunshine, I feel like, was kind of getting at what Splatoon would get at.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Very underrated Mario game.
All right, page 18.
It also had an amazing score, Mario Sunshine.
Okay, this one I think I solved last stream.
Galaxy.
This one was hard to find. But I found it.
Yeah, one of those ones they hide it in there. That would be a nightmare to find if you were colorblind.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, so we're going like that, and then up, and right, and down, and then there's a break here. I'm trying to like draw the breaks in like these thick rectangles just so it's like really clear to me like what's a break. Okay, yeah, that looks correct. Cool. At page 44. This music too, like the music, like the mountain music, kind of reminds me of Infinity Train a little bit.
I didn't realize that Owen Dennis is also a music producer.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I
That's
only
cool.
found that out. The only reason I know that, is because somebody, I found a weird, like, you find those like weird late night vibes videos where they use some kind of app to alter the appearance of the text so it looks kind of weird and like funky on YouTube. And the video is called Thrill House with a picture of Millhouse in like vaporwave colors, lying in the back of the bed in an ambulance with his mother and father holding his hands.
Oh my god.
I don't even remember what the context for that is. And I listened to it and it said Beats by Owen Dennis. And it links to Owen Dennis's unfortunately now blank Tumblr.
Yeah, he unfortunately got rid of his Tumblr, which is such a bummer. But he did recently launch a Patreon, which I actually subscribe to. And he released the original storyboards for the pilot for Infinity Train. So if you're interested in Infinity Train, which, if you are a fan of my channel, you probably are. But yeah, totally subscribe to Owen Dennis's Patreon. He has some cool stuff on there. I didn't finish reading through it because it's like 300 pages, right? Like that's how long a storyboard is actually for an 11-minute episode of television. It's like 300 pages, but I read through like maybe half of it so far, and it's very interesting to see like what ended up staying, what ended up changing. Like in the original storyboard, Tulip just kind of like randomly breaks through reality and like finds herself on the train. Like there's no kind of setup or anything like in the beginning to get her on the train. So it's very interesting, but yeah, it's very cool. I highly recommend it.
I always thought it'd be cool to get a setup for a season of Infinity Train where they just almost fucking die. Where they just like, and they're injured, like they're severely injured.
Yeah.
When they arrive on the train, like their wounds have been fixed up from being fatal, but they are not well.
Yeah. I just dropped
something occurred to me. Again, I don't love naysaying things. I'm not like a fan of being a naysayer, especially things that like I love. Something occurred to me about season 4 of Infinity Train that I don't know why I hadn't really thought about it before. I don't like the emotional setup between those two characters.
Interesting.
I straight up just don't like it, and I don't think it's personally I don't think it's reasonable. The whole thing of it hinging on their lives going in different directions and them kind of resenting each other for it. I don't really think either of them really had any learning to do for that. I think that it's fine for people's lives to go in different directions, and that usually most of the time people just kind of get over it. And I think that like Mingy's reaction, like when he crashes out, I look to that, I'm like, I don't sympathize with you here at all, dude. I think you're being incredibly unreasonable. And that, well, it doesn't like irk me enormously. Like I'm willing to kind of just go with it. But I do think it is a weaker emotional setup compared to Tulip being like a 13-year-old girl whose parents are having a divorce. Obviously with Lake, it's like the struggle of identity and well, both of those characters, it's a struggle of identity. And then all of the fucked up, gnarly shit that Simon and Grace have going on in season 3. Going into season 4 with that being the kind of the emotional. I remember the point with season 4 where I started thinking like, actually, this is a much weaker season of television than I would like, relative to things in it that I think are really good and great. And it was the episode when Kez is talking about
this is the fucking save thing.
when Kez is talking about her human companion who like had major survivor's guilt because he accidentally killed his mother and sister in a car crash. And I just thought that would have been way more interesting. Show me that. Why? I want to see that.
I partially agree with you. I don't fully agree with you though, but
here's the thing, right? I partially agree with me too, right? Because it's like there are aspects of Mingy and Ryan that I think are really cool and interesting, particularly to do with their ethnicity. That I don't have a problem with that. I think it's really cool, but that's only nuggets compared to everything else going on in the season that I found to be just not bad. It's not bad television. It's like a good season of television, but like compared to the rest of the show, which is S tier, amazing, like life-changing media. I just came out of season 4. Like that was a season of television, and I enjoy it fine. But it didn't. Yeah, I don't know.
I basically still stand by everything I said in my book 4 analysis video. I feel like I had everything that I needed to say, and I said it there.
I don't actually remember. No disrespect to you, I don't remember what you said in that video, but that's like no disrespect to you. I don't entirely remember what I said in my video. So that's not like a you thing. That's a me having really bad memory thing.
Yeah.
And it having been several years now.
Okay, that works. I was gonna say I barely drew this correctly to fit in this box I got here, but okay, that's what I got for 9. Let me just make sure I got it right. So it's up, left, up. Why is this music so creepy?
I'm gonna mute you for a second. Or unmute you, sorry.
Right with a break, so right. And then up.
That music is creepy.
It really is. It doesn't need to
You weren't kidding.
Left and then up. Okay, cool. Got it. I like how that's like the second to last one too, which is really funny. Okay.
I thought Big Baby was really funny.
I love that episode. Everyone hated that episode. I love that episode.
I thought Big Baby was really funny. I thought it was hilarious that they got like did he win an Oscar for Whiplash? I'm pretty sure he won an Oscar for Whiplash.
Did he?
Yeah, they got like he was at least nominated. They got an Oscar-nominated actor at that point.
Incredible.
To voice Big Baby.
Well, I mean, freaking J. Jonah Jameson is like prolific, right? Like whether or not he's an Oscar winner anyway.
Yeah, but like at that point, keep in mind at that point, like Whiplash really put him on a different plane of existence.
That's fair.
As an actor. Whiplash was huge for him. And then obviously like Gravity Falls and obviously voicing Omni-Man in Invincible.
Yeah.
There were like a handful of things that he did since that kind of put him sort of above. And then he voices Pig Baby, and I just thought this fucking hilarious.
It's great. It's great. All right, page 55 is just up, and that's it. That's the end. So, this is what I've got, babes. This is my path. This is my golden path. So there's one box that I'm kind of unsure of, but everything else I feel pretty confident.
Let's try and go for a hole in one, shall we?
Shall we try first try? Well, I do want to like write it out, right? Because I don't want to like have to follow this line because I'm gonna definitely struggle for that. So I'm gonna write it out, I guess, just like on the bottom of the page here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to capture it on my camera, but yeah, I'm gonna try to write it out. But I'm gonna move this a little bit first, just so I can write it, and then I'll move it back. Okay, so we're going up, left, up, left, down, left.
The longest Grand Theft Auto San Andreas cheat code of all time.
Up, left. I'm using both my hands too, because otherwise I'm gonna like lose track of where I am. Down, left, up, right, up, right, up, left, up, right, down, right, up, left, up, left, up, right, up, left, down, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, down, right, down, right, up, right, down, left, down, right. I hope this is entertaining. Up, right, down, right, up, right, down, right, up, right, down, left, down, left, down, right, down, right, down, left, down, right. Oh, I almost wrote that incorrectly. Okay. Down, right, down, left, down, right, up, right, down, right, up, right, down, God, I hope that's correct. Left, up, right, up, left, down, left. I almost wrote right there. Left, up, left, up, left, up, right, up, left, up. So that should theoretically be it.
Guess we'll see.
I guess we shall see.
I didn't want to talk through that because I didn't want to distract you.
No, I appreciate that. Okay. So
what I will say though, before you start on your thing, because I don't want to distract you, I think like upon my reflections of Infinity Train Season 4, I think what I find frustrating about it is that I think in my opinion, it doesn't necessarily espouse values that I agree with. I think that's the biggest issue I have. I think that there is a kind of a disproportion at play between how wrong either of the two main characters are about things. And I, in particular, found Mingy to be like irritatingly childish and self-centered in a way that like when it came to that blowout of like the whole "you left me" scene. In my opinion, I think that the show framed it like there was shared blame, which I don't think there was. I think Ryan had every right to move away and do what he wanted with his life, and I think that Mingy's reaction was wrong. And I don't love the way the narrative framed it.
I think like That's fair. I just don't think that that's what the season was about. Like, I don't think it was about them reconciling their friendship.
I don't think it was about them reconciling their friendship either, to be clear. I think that the season is about them discovering their direction in life. I nowhere in any of what I was saying did I think it was about them reconciling their friendship. I think that reconciling their friendship is an inevitable part of that, and you can't deny that that is a narrative function within the season.
Sure.
Because it is, and that's the part that I find frustrating, because I think that it's framed often in a way that I think is a bit off kilter.
Sure.
And I do call me a melodrama baby. I simply think the idea of a season of television following a guy going through survivor's guilt is simply more interesting than these two guys, these two listless early 20 somethings. They're in their early 20s, aren't they?
Something like that.
Yeah, they're the oldest. And it was still a good season of television. Like, I enjoyed it. I don't want any of this to seem like I didn't enjoy it. I just, like, I can't deny, and I feel like it says something bad about me. I can't deny that as soon as Kez told that story, I was like, I want to be watching that guy instead. I don't know. Does that make me bad?
No, I think I just don't really have a response, because first of all, it's been so long since I last watched it, so I can't really, like, I don't have anything to, like, say, like, oh, this is, like, how I felt, just because I don't remember it. But I feel like I'm still really proud of my video, and I still stand by everything I say there, so.
Because the fact that I don't remember what you said, I am going to have to go and rewatch that video. And I should probably rewatch my own video, because I don't remember what I said.
Right, yeah, totally. Okay, I've got the sequence in front of me. I've got it written out. I'm going to not have a good angle of it with the camera, because otherwise then I can't read it. So y'all are just gonna have to trust me. I'm
really sorry. I just saw how you've been writing out your ups and your downs and your lefts and your rights, and I think you are unhinged.
Why? What did I do wrong?
Doing it not as arrows, but as letters. That is crazy, dude.
Arrows take so long to draw. Are you kidding me?
Arrows take less. They're 3 lines.
Nah.
Every arrow is 3 lines.
Nah. This makes more sense to me. All right.
Insane.
I am not going... Should I say it out loud as I press it? Or, like, is that going to be, like...
Only if it would help you, because keep in mind, if I hear you make a mistake, I'm not going to help.
Right. Yeah. No. Don't respond. Yeah. I'll say it out loud just so that I...
In fact,
can keep track of it. Yeah. Okay, here we go, boys. You ready?
Can I go get a glass of water first? Because I don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Magical says, I don't know why, but I feel like if Infinity Train continued, then we could have seen something with Jeremy in one of the seasons. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Jeremy made sense as kind of like an off-screen something that Kez went through that we don't necessarily have to see, but yeah, I guess I can see them potentially, like, maybe like a flashback or something, like going back to Jeremy in a future season. Welcome back.
Gang.
All right, let's frickin' do this, y'all. It's time to open this door. If I get this on the first try, I'll be so freaking impressed. Okay, here we go. Up, left, down, left. Up, left, down, left. Up, right, up, right. Up, left, up, right. Down, right, up, left. Up, left, up, right. Up, left, down, left. Up, right, up, left, up, right, down, right, up, right, down, left, down, right, up, right, down, right, up, right, down, right, up, right, down, left, down, down, right, down, left, down, right, down, right, up, right, down, right, up, right, down, left, up, right, up, left, down, left, up, left, up, left, up, right, right, up, left, up. Nothing.
No dice.
No dice. Great. All right, let's see.
And I'm not going to tell you how. I do think I observed as you were writing the code out. I do think I observed where you went wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I go into the pages, I'm just going to make sure I wrote it down correctly from what I drew. That's going to be my first thing that I double check. And then if I did get it correct, then I will go back into the pages.
You are truly unhinged for the way you've written that code out. That is crazy
Shut
to
the
me.
fuck up.
I think I might take you to court, actually.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, so let's try this again. So it's up, left, down, left, up, left, down, left, up, right, up, right. Fuck, I already fucked that up. Hold on. Up, left, down, left, up, left, down, left, up, right, up, right, up, left, up, right, down, right, up, left, up, left, up, right, up, left, down, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, down, right, down, right, up, right, down, left, down, right, up, right, right, down. Oh, here's what I got wrong. I put an extra down there for some reason. There's only one down there. Okay, and then right, up, right, down, right, up, right, right, down, left, down, left, down, right, down, right, down, left, left, down, right, down, left, down, right, up, right, down, right, up, right, right, down, down, left, up, right, up, left, down, left, up, left, up, left, up, right, right, up, left, up. Okay, so for some reason I threw in an extra down. I don't know where that came from, but I think that was my only mistake.
Punch it in again, so
let's
anyone
try
will
again.
find out.
Let's go again. All right. Up, left, down, left, up, left, down, left, up, right, up, right, up, left, up, right, down, right, up, left, up, left, up, right, up, left, down, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, down, right, up, right, down, left, down, right, up, right, down, right, up, right, down, right, up, right, down, left, down, right, down, left, down, right, left, down, right, up, right, down, right, up, right, down, down, left, up, right, up, left, down, left, up, left, up, left, up, right, right, up, left, up. Yes! Let's fucking go! Woo! Oh my god. That only took all my strength and cunning. Woo! Let's fucking go. Okay. I am going to go ahead and hide my page and readjust the game screen here so we can get this big again. We did it, boys! We freaking did it! Come on, OBS, let's do it. Come on. You got this. Thank you, Magical. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
The fact that we're never going to get a conclusion to Hazel's story makes me want to fucking KMS.
Yeah, that makes me really sad. But, you know, Owen Dennis has said before that, like, if he was 100% sure that, like, book 5 or whatever was never going to get made or that Infinity Train was never going to get back, he said that he would just post the story online. So the fact that he hasn't done that yet makes me think that he still has some hope, which makes me have some hope.
It's going to be a while, though. The animation industry's in the fucking pits right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if it's not a reboot, it's not coming back. And we already talked a lot about reboots last week, so we won't get into that again.
The screen is covering our faces partially.
Oh, yeah. Let me fix that.
Although, ironically, the show Reboot has not come back.
Are you making a joke, or is there actually a show called Reboot?
Have you never seen Reboot?
No.
Damn, that was like one of the early like CGI animated shows. It is ugly as sin, but it is genuinely really well written. It's a bit of a cult classic.
Oh, interesting. I haven't heard of it.
Like great writing, hideous show, just so ugly. Like we're talking early CG animation. Like I gotta hand it to him. It makes Jimmy Neutron look good.
Wow. Yeah, that's something.
I love hearing animators talk about working on Jimmy Neutron, and it's like a fever dream, that show. Right. Like everything, like they would have days when their power would just go out and they wouldn't be able to continue until the next day. Like it just sounds like they were making it into fucking gulag or something.
Crazy. Okay, that might be the best I can do for now, just because
Jimmy Neutron is a really good example of a show that succeeds in spite of how fucking insufferable its main character is.
I loved that show as a kid. It was so unhinged.
Yeah, it's a great show. Jimmy is not great. He is not an entertaining character. Everybody else is, and you just like put up with Jimmy. You put up with him.
All right, here we go. We're in the mountains. This is it. Oh, the music.
Are you going to eat that croissant?
I'm trying to enjoy the music here, bro.
You need to be quiet for me for a second so I can hear the music.
Yeah. Ugh, that piano is so gorgeous. Is this a secret? Is this a secret? Or did I just, like, glitch myself into the wall?
I don't know. I think you may have glitched yourself into the wall.
I think I glitched myself into the wall.
I hope you can glitch yourself back out again.
Yeah, I got it. All right, here it is, the last page. Gimme. Tunic instruction booklet. Woo! Thank you for playing. I just got an achievement. Ah, there it is. Oh, that's awesome. Dear player, you've come a long way, haven't you? You probably found a lot of secrets. Maybe you stumbled across the hidden trophy room. Perhaps you even freed every fairy. I did not do that. I did not free every fairy. We hope you've had fun, but there's at least one more thing for you to do. If this is your final page, you should pay a visit to a certain someone and share your wisdom. Thank you so much for playing. Share visit to a certain someone. I mean, my only guess is the heir. Oh, this is so cute! All the signatures. Keep this letter. You never know when it will be useful. Do not dispose of or eat this document. That's so cute. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Okay, yeah. So I'm guessing we have to go to the heir and be like, hey, I got my booklet. Nice. Okay, I guess I was expecting the end of the game to be up there, but I guess this makes more sense.
I don't know how to explain just how important the music is to the experience of this game.
Is there like a puzzle that has to do with the music too?
There is, yes. There are several puzzles
Yeah, because when I went into the accessibility options, I just like was doing this just to kind of like see what the options were, but I saw that there's an audio puzzle assistance, and I thought that was very interesting because I was like, huh, there's audio puzzles apparently.
There are several, yeah. I have solved them.
Ooh.
I'm not going to tell you what to do or how it works.
Well, one day I'll pick up this game again and try to 100% it and get all the fairies and all the secrets and stuff and translate the language.
The best thing about it is that this game has a new game plus mode.
Oh.
So that's basically entirely there for people who want to 100% the puzzles but want to be able to steamroll the bosses.
Mm.
Which is what New Game Plus basically allows you to do. Because I don't think the bosses get stronger. I think the bosses stay the same strength.
Interesting.
Yeah, like, obviously because of the way we've got things set up, I have had to join you on this journey without the music.
Yeah.
That is such a shame. It's such, I mean, it's obviously, you know, it's a concession that we had to make to get the stream to work, but
yeah.
Oh, it is such a shame because the music in this game is just like so instrumental to, pun intended, to the experience. You are getting some insane lag right now.
I know, it's because I upped the resolution, right? So, but I'm assuming we're not fighting anything anymore, so I'm going to just leave it as is. I am going to try one thing to hopefully help with the lag, but I don't know how well it'll work.
It matters, really, to be honest. I don't think it would be pointless.
Well,
you're making a beeline for the air right now anyway. How mad would you be at me if you had to fight her again?
I would be so annoyed.
It's like, no, it's fine. You just fight her the one time. You don't have to fight her, and then you shut up. And it's
oh my god, this lag did not get better. It is killing me right now.
It's wow. I forget that you actually do need to fight these guys. You could just go to your house and make it nighttime.
That's true. Oh well.
But these things are no match for you and your big sword.
My big sword and my big brain. With my completed booklet.
Your completed booklet, also known as a complucklet. If you will. Or maybe you won't.
Hey! I got something for you. Oh, she's not fighting me. She's floating. Hello? I got my booklet. Look at my booklet. Oh, I disappeared. Oh, she's got her sword. Oh.
You're like, the fact that your PC is like struggling to run this game is, even in the cutscenes, is like crazy to me.
Oh, this is so cute.
I love this ending. This ending legit makes me emotional.
I got my booklet. I got all the pages. Look. Oh, she's tearing up.
I'm going to explain to you the way I personally read this game, because I don't give a rat's ass about like the actual theories that people have about the lore of this game. Like, all of that matters so little to me. I have no interest in it. But when the game is over, I'm going to explain to you my reading of Tunic.
Oh, shit. Oh! Oh, it's me, but bigger. Whoa.
Is it you?
I mean, it could be just like, you know, an older sibling or something too.
I always read it as very older sibling coded. That's how I personally read it.
Yeah.
Because they left the notes for you in the booklet.
Yeah.
The unfinished notes.
Oh, we're together! Oh, the sandwich!
I told you.
Oh, we're together! That's so cute! Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. This is really cute.
You're gonna have to give me the soapbox. I'm gonna have to talk more or less uninterrupted for a bit when these credits end, because I have a lot to say.
This is so cute. Oh, they're dancing together. Oh, yeah. Okay, now that I can like see the fox properly, it does look like an older sister or something. Oh, so cute. Yeah, magical. This ending is awesome. It's great. Oh, so cute.
This is the good ending. This is the true ending.
Hell yeah. We did it! Woo!
Favorite games of all time.
That's awesome.
Having played Elden Ring in its entirety, which came out the same year, I like Tunic better. I think it's a better game. And people can come after me if they want. I think Elden Ring is a great game. I think Elden Ring has a really rough third. The last act of Elden Ring, I think, is pretty rough.
Yeah.
I think it has. I think that Melania is a terrible boss fight.
Yeah.
And I think the game has way too much fainting in it, and it really bothers me. I think the game is really good, and I beat it, and I take a lot of pride in beating it. And I had a lot of fun. I think it's a great game. It's not the best FromSoft. And I think Tunic is better. I think it's a better game. I think it's more interesting. I think it's more visually unique. I think it sounds better. Oh. I love Tunic. Tunic is a 10 out of 10 for me, personally.
Yeah, this was an awesome game.
Greg Lobanov. Greg Lobanov is in the credits. He's one of the backers.
Oh, shit. Who's that?
Do you know who that is?
No.
He's the guy who made Wonder Song.
Oh, that's awesome. Will Wheaton is in there, too.
That is so great.
That is so funny, yeah.
I love this game. Will Wheaton. Wiley Wiggins. What a great name. I hope that's their real name.
Oh my god, this was so cool. Yeah, shout out to Andrew Schuldis and everyone who worked on this game. This was fantastic. So beautifully done. I think like really like as someone myself who doesn't really play that much like combat oriented games, I feel like this was a really nice mix, right, between like combat and puzzle, because like typically with combat games or puzzle games it kind of leans more heavily into one or the other, but I feel like this one was really well balanced between the two, because like also, right, like with the puzzles kind of like being in plain sight, right, like it's kind of like it allows you to go as in depth as you want to go, which I really appreciate, right? Like if you want to go like really into the weeds, and especially with like the language and stuff too, right? And like finding all the fairies, like
if you wanted to,
yeah, if you really wanted to like solve every puzzle, like you could really go for it. And like the audio puzzles,
we should try to solve the language, because that will be new.
Yeah,
both of us.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. And also like with the combat, right? Like I appreciate that there are strategies that you can come up with the combat, right? Like with cheesing and with using the items and like, you know, trying to make things a little bit more easy in that way.
Yeah. I never cheesed any of the bosses. I'm personally anti-cheese, but that's like subjective. That's a subjective experience, because I enjoy I get a lot more out of the kind of the one-on-one. duel format. Like, I enjoy that.
And I love cheese. I love cheese in combat. If I can cheese my way through combat, that's how I have fun.
I like cheese in general. Cheese is very tasty.
Cheese is delicious.
I
do you wanna say your piece?
I have to get on a soapbox now and talk about this game, because the way that I interpret this game, and like, I'm thinking about making a video about this. I'm like thinking about making a video about Tunic. And I would very much like, but I have so many videos I want to make. I was running today and I suddenly just was like, I really have to make a video about Satoshi Kon. I just like had this image in my mind of making a video about like the concept of empathy in the way that Satoshi Kon makes his movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But that's a story for another. In any case, Tunic. Tunic is a really interesting game because Tunic, such an important part of Tunic, before anything else, is the establishment to the player of the existence of the fourth wall. And that matters, right? Because when you play Tunic, and one of the first things that happens is you find a page, and you pick the page up, and the manual for the game is in the game itself. So the game and the world of in the game and the world of out of the game are two and the same, right? Even so far as like pressing pause on the menu brings up the CRT screen, like you're sat in your basement at night playing this game. Tunic is very clearly meant to hearken to a particular era of playing games. It's very obviously playing on the nostalgia of a particular audience who grew up in a particular era. The art direction is very overtly inspired by the art direction of the gamer manual for A Link to the Past.
Totally.
Specifically, like that specific game. So the games that we grew up with. And in that, Tunic pulls something very interesting, right? Because you pick this game up for the first time and you see that art direction and you see the kind of look of it, and you're like, this is a Zelda-like. And you're expecting a certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get your ass beat by a slime. like seriously, like you get your ass beat by a slime. Like the first thing that happens is you get your ass beat by a slime, and you realize, oh wait, this game's kind of hard.
Yeah.
This game is kind of hard, but you get used to it. You kind of get into the fold of it. You get the stick, then you upgrade to the sword, and you kind of... And then you start following the natural progression of things, and your next goal is to ring 2 bells. And you're like, wait, is this Dark Souls? In case you don't know, that is like actually a direct reference to Dark Souls in the first Dark Souls game. Like the very first thing you do is to ring 2 bells on like opposite sides of that part of the overworld. And you fight the first boss, and you're like, oh, okay. Okay. This is Dark Souls, actually. And that to me is very, very purposeful, because what's going on with Tunic is that it's a story about growing up. And it's a story about... It's a story where the game kind of reaches through an audience that it presumes to be adult. It presumes you to be adult because it presumes you to understand the visual references it's making to games that you grew up with.
Right.
And it is reaching through that, and it is engaging with you on the level of games that you have grown to enjoy. Not necessarily you specifically, but like the broader audience.
Right, yeah.
Grown-up games, Dark Souls, Elden Ring. And through that, it aims to drag out your inner child.
Yeah.
And that's interesting, right? Because like the trajectory that the story of Tunic takes is it has a lot of rug pulls. There are so many rug pulls. You expect the play of the game to be one way, and then it turns out to be another. But then over the course of Tunic, you discover that the world itself is a lot darker than you thought. The mysteries that it hides are morbid and morose. You discover that the creatures you discover that the obelisks that you've been praying to have living creatures inside of them, and they are mutated. And the whole sequence of the game where you go to the industrial complex at the quarry is so fucked up. It's like, that to me, the trajectory that the game takes from act to act is like the trajectory of youth to adulthood. where the world loses its shine, and you discover things about the way that world works that are unpleasant.
Right, for sure.
That you would rather be shielded from. And through all of this, though, you have your hand is being guided by an absent implied sibling figure.
Right.
Who you do not see, but who exists in
writing, right? In the pen. Yeah.
The manual that you're putting together. But through all of that, it is implying that the sibling never beat the game, that the sibling got older, right? The game was too much for them, and then they got older and they put it down and they never went back, right? And you kind of like imagine, don't you? Like, where has the sibling gone? Like, they're probably so much older than me. They've probably moved out. And then you introduce the character of the heir, who is just like a mysterious figure. You think it's a maiden. It's a fair maiden who's been locked away and I have to save them. And then you unlock the fair maiden and she pulls out a fuck off blade and kills you, rends you to the afterworld.
Yeah.
And like, you can fight them, you can fight the heir and you can win that fight, and it is a challenging fight, but like, the game is very explicit about the fact that is the wrong thing to do.
Right, for sure.
And then, like, what I love in all of that is that you complete the booklet, right? Like, you finish the booklet, you finish the game, basically. You figure it all out. And you present it to them. You know, this, like, older sibling of yours who's old and jaded and is too old for this.
Yeah.
And it brings them back. Like it that part of them, that inner child in them is brought back from the brink. And that's the good ending of the game.
Yeah, that's so beautiful.
That is how I read Tunic. And I know there's there are like so many theories about Tunic. Like, I joined the Tunic Discord because I wanted to share art in there. No one is, like, through all of the discussions of the game, no one is actually talking about what the game is trying to tell you.
Right.
It's all like mechanical, in-depth theories about like the world of the game, like what is the siege engine, and like what is the, you know, and the game does have a story. Like, if you translate the language, you can read the story in the booklet and it will tell you what it is. I don't think any of that matters. Like, I genuinely don't. I think it's left vague on purpose.
Right.
I think it's irrelevant, and I think the fact that these people are not talking about what the emotional cues of the game are tells me that they've missed the woods for the trees.
Totally. And I think, like, there is something really beautifully done about the theme of recovering this lost inner child that has been eroded due to the, you know, jaded world or whatever, right? That's exactly the experience that the player goes through. Because one of my favorite things about this game is that, you know, with the manual and with the pen markings in the manual, right, like, it's giving you the hint as to like how to solve the puzzles, but also it's like an echo in a lot of ways, right? Like, we as the player have to use pen and paper to solve these puzzles, right? Like, the way that these puzzles are designed is so brilliant that you can't do it without a pen and paper, right? And that's intentional. That's intentionally how those puzzles were designed. So the fact that, like, we as the player, our experience is echoing the experience of this in-game person, right, who like did all these pen markings in the manual, I think is like part of that experience, right? Of like, we as the player are also evoking our inner child, evoking that nostalgia, right? Like, evoking those experiences that we had when we were playing like Zelda back in the day, and we had to like write down all the codes and all the puzzles like on pen and paper in order to solve them, right? So yeah, I think like the fact that the heir, that character, had to kind of go through that, and then we as the player are like following in their footsteps and echoing the same experience by, you know, in real life having to use a pen and paper, I think is really brilliantly well designed, and totally goes along with those themes of like, you know, the nostalgia, the evoking this thing of the past, and bringing back this part of you that has been like lost, right? So yeah, that's really, really beautifully said. And yeah, I think like, you know, if you want to get into like the lore stuff or whatever, like it's all there and it's like fun to pick apart and everything. But yes, I think like the emotional cues of this game, part of what like, I think like sometimes the emotional cues kind of get lost in these discussions sometimes, is because like, because we as the player are like experiencing it, like going through it and experiencing it in real time, it's like, how do I want to say this? It's like something we don't even really think about, right? Like, it's something that we're feeling and experiencing, but it's not really something that we're like consciously aware of in a lot of ways, if that makes sense. That's kind of the best way I can say it right now, but yeah, I don't know.
Can at least tell you, having spent enough time in that Discord, I'm skeptical that the people in that Discord actually feel anything at all.
Fair enough.
As is the case with many fans who are mechanically minded.
Sure.
They treat, you know, I don't want to go into that. I don't care about them. I don't even know I'm still in that Discord. I should just leave. But yeah, I love this game. The whole bit where you give her the pages of the booklet,
yeah,
reminds me a little of the bit in Ratatouille when he tastes the dish.
Oh yeah, oh my god, totally right. Like, oh yeah, I like remember this from my childhood, and it's bringing back all these emotions. And yeah, no, that's a really great comparison. I love that.
And it's the whole thing, isn't it? Like, do you continue the cycle? Do you yourself, do you allow yourself to be jaded by the world and turned into a killer? And do you strike down the air and just become everything they already became?
Right.
And keep repeating it.
Right.
Or do you refuse to let that part of you go? Do you refuse to bend to the whims of the world?
Right. Totally.
I love this game. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, this was fantastic. Thank you for sharing it with me, and for, you know, coaching me through and giving me the hints when I need to, giving me the support with the combat when I needed it. Yeah, thanks for sharing this. This was really awesome.
For our next game, it's Bloodborne.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
I enjoy Bloodborne. Bloodborne's great.
Yeah, I might try playing it like on my own, and if I do also play it, I will get it on like my console instead of my PC, so that my poor PC doesn't have to struggle with playing it.
If it makes you feel any better, you don't have any other option. It is a PlayStation 4 exclusive game.
There you go. So I would get it on my PlayStation. Cool. Awesome. Oh my god, I can't believe we beat it. We finally made it here after this long ass journey. I do want to, before starting another new game, I do want to go back to Paper Mario. We like kind of took a pause on it and like stopped halfway through the game, and I haven't picked it back up since. So I do kind of want to go back to that and finish that up before we start another new game. So it might be a while before we do another co-op thing or something. So just a heads up that that's coming down the line. And then, of course, like I mentioned, I am working on a new video. So hopefully that also comes out soon. It all kind of depends on how much I can kick my own ass to get that done. So, but yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, do you remember that time that we like went through Steam puzzle games and I put like a bunch of them on my wish list?
Yeah.
One of the curious, pretty looking ones called Piku Niku just went on sale for like £3.
Oh, there you go.
So I might pick that up. That might be a fun one to kind of go through off stream.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, y'all. Yes, cool. Anything else that we want to say before wrapping it up? Because I think we're pretty much done for the day, right?
Eat the rich.
Eat the rich. Fuck the billionaires. Fuck the oligarchy.
Fuck ICE.
Fuck ICE. Yeah. Free Palestine, all that good stuff. Trans rights, right?
Trans rigs.
Yeah, I hope I don't know if I'm gonna be back to stream next weekend or not. It really depends on my schedule and if I can figure out what to stream next. But maybe we'll take a week off and then be back the next week after that is kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me, I think. Any last parting words, Tom, before we wrap it up for today?
Be kind, rewind. support indie games. Go
Hell
and play
yeah.
Balatro.
Oh yeah,
Go,
Balatro. Hell yeah.
go play Balatro. Go play Animal Well.
Hell yeah.
Animal Well's amazing. You would fuck with Animal Well so hard. Animal Well is like, what if Hollow Knight had no combat and was entirely a puzzle game?
Nice.
That game is so good.
That sounds awesome.
And be good to one another.
Yeah.
That's what I have. Those are my parting words.
Those are good parting words. Alrighty, y'all. Stay safe and take care, everyone. We will see you all next time. Yeah. Have a good rest of your Pride Month. If I don't see you, stay gay, stay awesome, stay fucking over the rich people and the cops, and we'll catch y'all next time. Bye bye.